It's week 1 of the 2024 season, and there's no love lost between these NFC South foes. It's the Panthers and the Saints, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season.
All right, here we go.
And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so
exciting
is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between.
In the Saints Stadium.
The best seat in the house every step of the way.
In the Saints Stadium. Okay. Yeah, we came here, handle business. Came in here to handle business.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome.
Block it up.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive.
Mr.
They'll be led out by a man who played his college ball on Rocky Top. Ball for life, Charles, their rookie quarterback from Tennessee.
And to say that this is a big spot is the classic understatement. It's a ton of pressure on this rookie quarterback as he gets to play right away. And let's face it, he's trying to take in every moment from his first start, but at the same time, he's got to focus on what's in front of him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Milton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Hard to imagine a quarterback like this would be available in a trade. I mean, what an impact he's going to have.
And you know exactly why they went out and got him. They want to win and win big, and he provides that opportunity for them.
Throwing is Milton. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now they'll audible to something else. Here's Milton now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Milton. He's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone. And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things could be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Bullet good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills. The ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Here's Wilson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
There we go.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Wilson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
To throw is Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tucker Kraft, 47 yards. And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And running with power here. And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers coming back out on the field for their second drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out. Able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw is Milton. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought,
you gotta watch. Whoa! I know you didn't right. I know you didn't right. You ran that motherfucking perfect right, and then you do that shit.
Do you give him a mulligan?
you would like to.
He down. He down, bro. That's a down ball. That's a down ball. No fumble. Bro, can we get a coach that? No. Flag. Challenge it. I need to challenge, bro. That is not. Fuck no.
Last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another
Thank
shot
you, booth review. Give me the booth review. Talk to him.
Potential turnover. They're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
So do you see this shit? This nigga is clearly on the fucking ground.
The question was the knee in fact.
I know you're looking at this,
ball
Jay.
comes loose, and is the video?
He is clearly on the ground.
A lot of factors here. Remember, you
Man,
also
give me my ball back,
possession
man.
of football afterwards.
Thanks for giving me
This
some
is a
rest.
tough one to overturn.
Fuck ass.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field.
Thanks for giving me
So
some
that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Saints.
To throw, it's Milton. Flushed out right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Here's Milton.
Come on, Musgrave.
Open man is Musgrave.
Come on, Musgrave. That's a dime.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals?
Pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. In motion is McKenzie. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
These two teams all tied after one. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Bullock's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And a good return is going to stop just shy of the 30-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Wilson. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. In motion, the tight end. Now it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again here, Wilson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Pick.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who were in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is still a good return, they'll start the drive right around the 37. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. A give up the middle to right.
Run him over,
and
man.
Get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read,
there you go, James.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that earns them a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll work the middle here with Wright. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
They'll try and run for this with Wright. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he will score.
Great trade.
Touchdown,
Great trade.
Panthers. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Panthers are once again back in front. Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trying back into place out there. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Sliding out of the pocket. And he slides and covers up.
Dead man, boy.
Be able to pick up decent yardage. This 2nd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And this
Run, Wilson.
Incomplete.
Run, Wilson. Run, boy.
So far, he's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Escaping the pressure right.
This nigga got muffed by Wilson. This nigga bitched you. Who the fuck got bitched? Please replay the play. 99? Out of
there. Career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Gone. Yeah, you already know you gone.
As the play broke down, didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Wilson. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
Okay, I know what I need. Because if y'all keep showing me that safety is a primary target for his sticks, for everything. Look, boom, throw it across. There you go for another yah-yah, and I can't fucking get it because y'all fucking soft.
Time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Wilson.
There you go. There you go, Jacob.
back at the 39-yard line.
He gets nothing, 0. There we go, Jacobs.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first
Get him,
half.
Jacobs. Should have scripted that out, but I'll let you make it. I might not have script specialists on you.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And nothing doing
boy, 45. Wilson, good job, boy.
No gain on the
good
play this
fucking job, boy.
Situation coming up. From the shotgun, Wilson.
There we go. There we go. Get him, Dallas.
It's a loss.
Down goes Frazier. Get him, Dallas.
One thing that I liked about this guy in the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills.
Get him, Dallas.
Hard on every down.
Put him to the con. Put him to the grass, boy.
NFL sack.
That's what we needed. That's what the fuck we needed. Let's get this game up.
This is away, but boy, headed
yeah,
straight
scary
to the
ass.
sideline.
Oh, he kicked it out the sideline. Scary ass.
I think just inside the 20.
All right, 1-3. Let's get some more points on that board. 1-3.
Yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an
opportunity. To the line! To the line!
Points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They go play action here on first down.
Boy, they caved in. When I say that line caved in, boy, that shit caved in, bro. Yeah, I know. I told him to throw it away. Hey, 1-3, chill out. I told you. You know
nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Milton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Milton. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Here's the Panthers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there. It's not a great kick.
Come on, come on.
Take it on the
bitch in the mouth, nigga. I'm talking about 0-0, Jacobs. 0-0.
Now, late in this first half.
Fuck you mean? Let's work.
Closer to intermission, Charles. Remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He's got the connection over the middle to do.
They say give him no fucking touchdown.
Down, but not before
fucking
they're inside the 25.
Didn't say give him no touchdown. Get your ass out there and work. Don't give us no dap. No dap.
And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now it's Wilson. That's taken in by Kraft.
Fucking Dallas.
Tucker Kraft already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
That was a fucking
So they get the tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, pulling his way into the end zone.
1-3. I need a fucking touchdown or a fucking field goal. Get your shit together. Muff that nigga, man. What the fuck's off shit y'all on, man? Need some points, nigga.
Offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with
Gotta get some
time
more
quickly
tight ends,
fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Milton. Seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete.
Yeah, I gotta fucking breathe or something. Can I get a fucking yay or some shit, boy? Oh, y'all ass.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Throwing is Milton. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Saints are going to...
Boy, that lineman got there so motherfucking fast. Did y'all see him? Yeah, Milton, don't know what the fuck you did. Why you got the noodle on? I have no fucking clue.
Because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. After the interception, here's Wilson.
Man, grab his ass! Pause.
Stopping the clock with 5
what the fuck, man?
Do
your fucking job.
There, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
There we go. There you go, Jones. Get you something, Jones.
And he will be brought down.
Love Jones, man.
Play of this first half.
So going in the half, y'all. About to go into the
about to go under the pit. For Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Steelers who are out in front. Jahmyr Gibbs, 3 touchdown runs. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And you can see they lead the visiting Arizona Cardinals at halftime. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Jared Goff has a touchdown pass. In the first half, we saw a strong performance out of the veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson. He threw a first quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle at this point.
Say we're going to make some changes. You damn fucking right. We're going to make some changes. We're going to win this goddamn game. We losing right now.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Come on, let's work. Let's work. Because the only person I see fucking working is Jacobs.
The Saints offense and Russell Wilson headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone.
Let's work, Turner. Let's work, Turner. You want a break?
Yeah,
let me know. I'll give you one.
Come back out with that lead.
Absolutely.
I'll give you a break.
NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw.
Down, get him, Jacobs. Down, get him, Jacobs.
The defense rising.
Moon, you ain't got in there yet, man. What the fuck going on?
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about
going on,
the
Moon?
tone here in the third quarter when you're
Get him,
down on the
Jacobs.
scoreboard.
Get him,
A sack
Jacobs.
like that,
I'm gonna have to go and
maybe
put
you
your
can
number
get
at 23
You
like
have
you
to
had it in
believe
college,
exactly what
or
you
should
just
I keep
said.
it at
They got
0? If
together
y'all
and said,
can't
let's be
comment
some
that
change agents
on the
here.
screen,
Let's go
should
ahead
you
and
put
turn
it
things
at beat
around.
number
Let's be
23
the
like he
force
was in college,
that gets us
or should
going
he
here in the
stay at
second
0?
half and puts us in a
Which I
position
call him
to
0 or
find a way to
nothing.
win
Let's
the
work.
game.
Let me see.
3rd and 19. Now Wilson.
Bro, this nigga Diggs, bro. What the fuck? Y'all not gonna stop Diggs?
Before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. First and 10, Taylor now. And he is
why you
met
went
in
that way.
his tracks behind the line of
Talk
scrimmage.
to him, Jacob.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Wilson. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. And that's a
Get your ass killed doing that shit.
He takes a pretty good jolt at the
Get
end
your
of that
ass
one.
killed doing that shit. Tell him, Fitty.
That's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Able to find the open man.
They keep picking on that side. He is literally only picking on that fucking
Just his
side.
second catch of the game so far. This
25,
one
get out.
chains.
You already managed the interception, everything. 45, I know you're
Teams
tired.
get too concerned about the deep ball, and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's Wilson.
There we
He's
go.
gonna be
There we go,
swallowed
Turner.
up. Sacked back
There we
at
go,
the
Turner.
45-yard line.
There we go,
Wind up
Turner.
Losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
There you go, Turner.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson looking left side, and he's got him in.
Crack him!
That's Taylor.
Yeah.
Maybe get back to the line of scrimmage,
Get him,
but no
Moon.
more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out.
No matter, Abram. No matter what, Abram. That's 3 and out, baby. That's 3 and out. That's all we asked for, Abram. Just a good 3 and out. I ain't asked you to do that much. Let's work. Got that punt. Yes, we got the punt. Let's work.
With the ball in the air, never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has...
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Get that shit back. Tell him, Hart. That's why the other dude had to go. That's why the other dude had to go. You got the police mustache. Yeah, right. Good win. Them now.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield.
This nigga McCaffrey's a dog. That nigga's a dog, boy. Oh, that is a horrible fucking throw.
He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult
That's
task.
all Metcalf. It had nothing to do with Milton. Milton, that was a horrible fucking throw.
And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Here's Milton now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw.
This nigga Metcalf. Oh my. Metcalf. Oh my God. Let me see what Metcalf number. You deserve your original number. What is your original number, Metcalf? You deserve your number. I know you play for the Commanders. What's your number, bro? You deserve your number. Is the 85 your number? Because if it ain't, I'll change it for you, my brother. No, your number is number 12. He gets his number. Whoever the fuck number 12 is about to lose that number. Script that shit off of him.
His resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
This nigga's Jacobs, bro. Just Jacobs. Every time. Giving him number to 23 or leave him at 0. Let me know.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end.
Damn, Musgraves got hurt?
Nowadays.
The hell?
That spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Might be going somewhere else.
A gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Operating from the gun, Wilson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get him down.
Make him force the quick throws. Make him force quick throws. Make him force quick throws.
They spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. From the gun, it's Wilson. The Panther rush.
Make him force throws. Make him force throws. Good shot, Wilson.
Eric Wilson.
Let's make him force throws.
10, and it's going to be 4th and long. I don't know what
And that nigga look like Nick.
about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk
6 sacks. We working, bro. It's a process. It's a process. Throw that nigga down. Turn it. Fuck, he got gold on.
But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Milton, get your shit together. 15 for 22 and you're 99 overall. What the fuck is your problem? Let's get it together. Go out there.
Looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score
Take him
once,
out.
You feel like you can go back out
Walker
there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Everybody shine.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go around. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Down the right sideline. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. To throw is Milton. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it
under pressure, and they got to him again. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. To throw, it's Milton. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the... Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Milton. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call. And the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up.
Fucking go. Wow, boy!
The 32-yard line.
We want to hear that pop.
Preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's the
Time to hear that pop.
ready to take over here.
Yeah.
They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. They'll run on 1st down with Wright.
Ooh, boy, please block.
Line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 33 yards that time.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they'll change things up. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Wright is into the end zone for a Panthers.
Let's fucking work. There you go, Wright. Let's work.
About how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a
very fucking turnover.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a nifty return there all
This
the way
nigga just
across
breaking
the 40.
tackles like we
New
don't know
Orleans
how to
offense back out
tackle.
and ready to go. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now it's Wilson. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Wilson. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And he's brought down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's Wilson. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple. Now Wilson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Throwing again here, Wilson. There again is Cooks, complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. And that's complete to Cooks.
Don't get these boys killed, boy.
Hard at the end of that one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Again, Wilson. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Here's Wilson to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I might have given rid of him.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage. Realized he had support behind him and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now receiver in motion left. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown,
Come
Saints. Brandon Cooks. Already his 2nd.
All right, we're going to have to switch this. My other 99 ain't helping me, bro. He ain't helping me at all.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Milton. Flushed out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And this one out quickly to James. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Milton. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Panthers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 10. Just over a minute 40 to play. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will get him, Jacob, to the spot of the fumble itself. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. That's caught by Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing now is Wilson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Play action. It's Wilson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now 1st and goal. To throw is Wilson. Looking end zone. Complete.
Time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. To throw again is Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Good shit, big boy. Good shit, big boy.
A big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's what I'm talking about, 90. Hey.
And they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it
That's
done.
why I draft you. That's why I picked you.
2 scores.
Good shit.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Panthers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.